I am so tired. So tired of these thoughts, but also so tired of being oh so very self-aware and still drowning, always drowning, because my awareness of the waves didn't teach me how to breathe underwater.
When you can't see the light, can spotlights lead you through the darkness? When you're drowning, can you find the way out through humor? How far can you go before it's not funny anymore?
I feel like people need to find humor in their struggles in order for them to cope, because some things are just brutal, and if when we keep getting over in these loops of intrusive thoughts and for example depression as well, you kind of need to find a way out of it, and for many people, me included, this way out of it is humor.
I don't drink, I'm an alcoholic, I'm fine! And just you with a four, look at me. I can't even have one sniff of it, you know? I'm fine, I don't give it. I'm dyslexic as well, so I used to go to AA, but I ended up going to B&Q telling people I'm fat. So life's mental. You know, the other thing is, what I noticed, right, about lockdown and stuff, that I've got this thing, right, because of ADHD and all that kind of shit, I've got this thing, it's like joke Tourette's. When I get nervous, I try and be funny. Clearly, I'm not nervous. And what happens is, I do that, it's like a joke Tourette's. I just see sometimes the first thing that comes into my face, right, is like,
It's very hard to keep track on things, especially when you need to manage a lot of people and go extremely fast. Sometimes I just need a second to breathe, but then there are 10, 15 people in the room just waiting for me to organize everything, and I just need to go through everyone to talk with them first, so the others keep waiting, and then I just feel bad for the ones that are waiting, and my imposter syndrome just kicks in, and I just go into this mental state of am I doing everything right? I feel like I'm not, and then I start thinking, oh, everyone hates it here, everyone wants to leave, I'm just wasting people's time, and it just becomes a loop kind of, but then you need to keep going because you can't just have a break.
I can't believe you paid to watch this shit. However, sensation seekers, real magic is to follow. This time the flame will jump from there to there, spreading peace all over the world. Ooh, like a little peace for the children. Here we go, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3, fucking hell! How did you do that? Take the house, take the children.
You think doctors should suggest people struggling with mental health just to, instead of pills, just go to a comedy show and just laugh and just forget about everything?
No, I think doctors should give them a knife and tell them to cut their fucking wrists. So, too far?
A little bit. I am drowning in my unidentified illness, and at this point I would use anything and everything as medicine. Please take the pain away. I cannot stand the feeling of my own skin covering my flesh, tempted to rip out my brain from my head to quiet down whatever the fuck is going on in my mind. I will swallow all the pills you give me, inject whatever you want in my veins. I am begging. Take the pain away. I don't care about anything else at this point. I would swallow poison as medicine. I would bite off my fingernails one by one if you swore it would cure me. I would cut my heart out and serve it to you on a platter as long as you say I would feel better after. Withering pain, spasms in my gut, brain screaming in agony, alarms ringing to signal an emergency. I run to the ER, but they have nothing to give me, so I say maybe death as a medicine is all I have to cure this sempiternal agony.
I mean, you know, nowadays it's it's so easy to, because of the world is so PC, that it's very easy to upset many different people for things that were acceptable. You know, people are much more critical of what's acceptable and what's not. And that's why I kind of call myself a clown rather than a comedian. And I still believe that clown comedy should be able to do that, really, because it's digging at the problems or at the cause of the problems, you know. So, but more and more you can't do that, you know.
We are all looking for freedom to express ourselves, but in this world of chaos, can you find a place where you belong?
When I realized I have all these things, and I actually went into Facebook groups for people with ADHD and autism. There was even specific groups for ADHD memes. I love this one. I just felt like I finally belonged somewhere, because until then I had no clue about any of this, and then I came here to England and I got diagnosed with everything. So I went into these groups and I just found all these relatable memes, and it just made me feel like I'm not alone anymore.
I usually don't talk about my struggles to social media or much often, unless I'm specifically asked about it, which is quite rare. But yeah, I don't really share my struggles too often, or sometimes I might crack a dark joke here and there, but it's not, I don't make it obvious that it's related to me, but usually it is like something I've like been like, oh, I guess no one can say anything about this because I've been through it. Like, the thing is, when it comes to like men and women, I kind of treat them differently if they come crying to me about a problem. Like with a girl, like I'd do what anyone you'd expect, like give them a hug, be like it's okay, and then like actually talk about the problem. But like if a guy comes bawling to me, like I tried this once with one of my friends called Ayush, and like I tried to hug him and shit because I was like confused about what to do, and he just pushed me off and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You gotta crack a joke or like just change the scenery sometimes, instead of directly addressing the problem, because what can you do? Sometimes you can't do anything. Sometimes, especially when it comes to men, like comforting them doesn't necessarily help. Sometimes they want to fix things. It's weird.
My job is to get everybody in a room, forget about the world for about an hour, right? Have a laugh. If there's a line, if it was 4 years ago, I'd probably try and snort it. But the line, and you meant to cross the line a little bit and go a little bit naughty. But now somebody will just go, cancel him, lose him his job and his livelihood. Because of words, it's fucking mental. You're going to wake up in the morning one day, open the curtains and go, doesn't it look like a wonderful day? Don't, she's blind. You're going to go mental. I'm going to go for a run in the park. Don't, he's in a wheelchair. It's going to go fucking... Everybody at some point has held a baby and thought, I could drop kick this little dog. Have you ever been at a train station and seen somebody at the edge and thought, maybe? You can't control thoughts, just chill out.
Yeah, I'm really struggling to concentrate on pretty much everything, since ADHD is a dopamine deficiency disorder. I'm of constant need of dopamine, so any stimuli to make me work, because you need dopamine to work, you know, like, it's bad. I just sit down and every little noise distracts me. Yeah, it's also a lot to do with time management. I'm really doing my best, but some things you just can't control, really.
There was depression I've had since I was like 16, apparently. Psychosis I had since late 2020, so 2 years, about 2 years. Just under 2 years I've had that.
I've done in the early days. I used to do shows in homes for mentally disturbed people, and it had very mixed reactions. Some people really relate to the lunacy, childlike freedom of a clown, and identify with it and get excited by it. But because I'm so kind of larger than life, some people with those difficulties are very threatened and scared. You know, it's quite funny because quite often I get described as, oh, he's mad, you know.
But you take that as a compliment.
Yeah. I mean, I'm exploring that, you know, what's acceptable and what's not.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't think there shouldn't be any boundaries really to what makes people laugh. I mean, funny is funny.
Here we go, completely naked. Wait, where are you going? Oh, you want a side view? Fucking weirdos. You haven't laughed once the whole time, have you? I don't fucking care. She does. She's making up with you. You really want to see the shape of my arms? It's my gran. Good fuck. Too far?
I mean, up until this point.
And there's still so much world to see, so many experiences out there, so many trees, fields, rivers, oceans, to people to go and see and communicate and experience, you know, so, yeah.
So I feel like we all have to be curious about life and explore and be brave, right? Just do what we want and don't listen to anyone.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, you don't have to do anything, but if you're interested in and interesting, then those things just unfold the whole time. You go, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this great sun coming in the window. What a grace, you know. oh, this venue's being filmed for a student film. Wow! You know, you can get excited about so many different things.
I love the fact that they're filming this for mental health. You guys have been